Szép jó reggel, testét, napot. Itt van az újabb rész. Alig várom, hogy tovább játszok. Szóval játszunk. Játszi. Szerintem kezdjünk egy Room of Requirement-tel, mert ez szerintem ilyen rövid lesz.
Studying Salazar's Slytherin spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Hol van? Megyek. Éppen próbáltam megnézni, hogy tényleg igaz-e, biztos igaz, csak nem tudom, van egy easter egg, hogy ha sokáig ütöd azt az ablakot, akkor egy nagy poli megüti az ablakot.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Könyv egy kicsit elszállt.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Bye! Nehéz ez. Mit is csináljak? Úgy vörös a haja?
It took us 3 days to find your brother, and your mother almost squashed.
Oh, my Dick.
Spare a moment. Deek has an idea to share with you.
Hello, Deek. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. And what do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room, one male, one female. 𝕍𝕗 suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
𝕍𝕗 has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from tomes and scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find 𝕍𝕗.
Igen. Már fogtam is el. Havas lett aljam.
Professor Howard
Yay.
would never believe this.
I did it. Oh, de cuki, havas minden. Fel kéne öltözni, nem? Ötözünk át havasba. Na, most már nem fogunk megfagyni. Havas a hajam is. Meg a sapim.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Let's get back to 𝕍𝕗 with the thestrals.
És most meg már nem is vagyok havas. Elolvadt rólam a hó. Nézzük meg, hogyha hazasétálok, vagy hazafutok, akkor mennyire leszek havas.
Oh, don't do that. That's not necessary.
Inkább csak mondd meg nekem, hogy lehet sétálni, megvan. Ez lehetne a háttérkép. Adnám.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Annyiszor el fogja mondani, ahányszor elmegyek mellette?
Thought we'd forget about that goblin novel you nicked. You're that hypocrite. It isn't 𝕤𝕚𝕝𝕪 guardian.
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
Jó közel vannak a sulihoz amúgy. Ezeket egyszer már kiírtottam. Miért jönnek vissza? Szóval nem leszek nagyon havas, azt hittem egyre jobban havas leszek, minél többet kint vagyok a friss levegőn.
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see 𝕍𝕗 when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Yeah! Swamp!
𝕍𝕗 never grows tired of the room's surprises.
Shreket is
We now have
nevelhetek?
the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let 𝕍𝕗 know once you've bred them.
Whoa. This is nice. Ez a zene hozzá. Mondjuk elfogom az előzőt. Wow! I love this. Hello, megjöttem.
Everything's all right now.
Téged is elviszlek amúgy. Ezt itt hagy. Nagyon tetszik nekem ez az átjáró itt. Főleg ez a ülőke. Én ilyenrel is akarok ilyet. Már jobban lesznek. Úgy érzem.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the thestrals, 𝕍𝕗?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see 𝕍𝕉𝕟 when you're finished.
Én már elkezdtem. Már milyen cuki néz ki. Na, négy csináljunk másik questet. Menjünk papírhoz. Biztos ölni kell. Bogiz! Azt hittem közelebb lesznek, azért lettem láthatatlan.
ℍ𝕟𝕚𝕝's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want ℍ𝕟𝕚 far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from ℍ𝕟𝕟𝕗 to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with ℍ𝕟 and ℍா𝕠 coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for ℍ𝕟𝕚. Does the name ℍ𝕠𝕘𝕪 mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after ℍ𝕟𝕚, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
Oh.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Én már jobba vagyok velük.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
De én már harcoltam velük, segítettem nekik, most komoly van.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Yeah, look.
Anything interesting?
Yes.
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Ó, de szép.
Look, down there.
Nem nézek, nézd már ott milyen szép.
No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment?
Ja,
Or
nem.
perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Ott vannak hárman. Ott vannak hárman. Mi lenne, ha megölném őket? I like it. Csak az a baj, hogy innen fentről nem kezdhetem. De akkor is én akarom, enyém akarom, hogy legyen a high ground. Elég jó.
Galleons. What was that?
Még itt volt egy emberke. Megint zél a protégon. Hát ez leesett.
You'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Na. Nem ezt.
What in Merlin's name?
No!
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is ℍ𝕠𝕘𝕪.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Ja, lehet, ennyi embert nem bírok megölni, értem.
What I wouldn't give to be a ℍ𝕠𝕘𝕪 right now. Tell us.
Szegény sárkányok.
What's going on down there?
No.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one then. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her, shall we?
Yes! Hogy megyünk oda?
They've got a dragon egg. ℍ𝕠𝕘𝕪 from the looks of it.
Hallod, menjél, már nem érünk rá.
The plans they likely have for it.
Miért sétálok? Futni szeretnék. Nem tudok se futni, se semmi. Na végre. Meleg lesz. Végig is van rajtam kesztyű.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds. Let's make them count.
Careful! Grab rope before he's dragon intact! Someone messing about?
Hogy mindig meg kell néznem? Se semmire kiment.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you, poor friend? You won't let how nice it is. Stop right there. Let's play prisoner in the fray, shall we? There you are.
Take them. Like to touch a dragon, do you?
Back for more.
Ez a legjobb, ez a legjobb. Kirázott a ideg. Megmentettem egy sárkány. Imádom a sárkányokat.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right.
Oops.
If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Még nem vártam meg, hogy befejeződjön a questline. Yes. Most már befejeződött, most már tudunk majd tovább menni.
It's time you learned the transformation spell.
Oh, yes.
After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Jó, és akkor mit kell csinálni? Megint majdnem nem hoppanáltam. De hova kell menni? Mert nem látom itt, a mappon nem látom. Vagy csak vak vagyok. Úgy érzem, repülünk. Nem találom a mappon. Hát itt nem megértem. Oh, ez meg milyen hely?
So this is the underground harbor.
Elfajtattam azt az egy dolgot, amiért oda mentem amúgy, de... Bú! Nice. Csiga lépcső.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book.
Olyan hülyének fogom érezni magam előre.
Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer
Az lett volna másik, mert hogy
the snidget was first
hasonló volt.
introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg.
Okay.
Sadly, they're thought to be extinct.
Most már tudom.
Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The pepper up potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility.
Végre valamit, amit
Which ball in
tudtam.
Quidditch is the largest?
Hallod, ez baj, hogy én csak magyarul tudom ezeket. Legyen ez.
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match,
Nem is emlékszem, hogy magyarban hogy van.
True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Most már, ha lejáratom magam, akkor let's go.
Body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic.
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council.
Direkt ezt
The
nyomtam.
Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Peruvian Viper Tooth.
Brilliant! Though the Viper Tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 broomsticks inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
The Patronus Charm.
Well done! The only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Lavender Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was, never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam.
Ha ezt elmondtad volna előtte, simán rájöttem volna.
Known to produce eggs through its mouth.
The Basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw.
What the fuck is that?
According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is 𝕐𝕝𝕪 School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, 𝕐𝕝𝕪 is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful health potion known to wizard kind?
Amortentia.
That's the answer. Amortentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge.
Kösz.
Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Köszönöm az. Legyen ő.
𝕍𝕟𝕟𝕝.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Stooging.
The answer was actually ℍ𝕟𝕟𝕝. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a ℍ𝕟𝕟𝕝 has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a ℍ𝕟𝕝's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimblus mimbletonia.
Correct! The Mimblus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linfrid of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linfrid's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Az mi? Legyen ez.
The Amazon rainforest.
No,
Fuck.
the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the ℍ𝕗𝕁 and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Mi?
Cadmus Peverell.
No, the first Minister was
Majd Gemp.
Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Egészségedre.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Elég hülyének érzem magam.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you...
Együtt jöttünk be.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Én megtanultam.
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed.
and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive 𝕙𝕧𝕟𝕒 potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OW.
Ugye nem kell megcsinálni azt a tesztet.
I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to 𝕍𝕠𝕘𝕪, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Jövök! Jövök! Mi jó, hamar odaér? Tanóra után. People speed. Azt mondta. Fear no more. Mit vagyok? Hol vagy? Mit vagyok?
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of 𝕍𝕠𝕪, near the catacomb.
Itt vagyok.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by 𝕬𝕝𝕝's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Ezt elindul előre. Na, mennyi embert fogunk látni?
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Kösz.
𝕬𝕝𝕝's loyalists are out.
Not quiet this again, is it? Rather unwise coming back this way.
Nem ment ki a protéga megint. I need this. Pillanat, menjünk tovább, eskü.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Ugye voltál? Úgy érzem egyre.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
You won't
Is that it? This thing. I've seen anything like that before. I will.
Halló? Előbb beadta, most meg már nem. Na végre. Yes! És pont úgy, hogy ő is látta. De mi csak Frozen, nem. Noted.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
Nagyon is fun volt.
And that was relatively fun.
Jövök. Magas a hajad.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing.
That's the spirit.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Someone's here.
An intruder! Why have you not run away?
De nyomtam!
How many 𝕍𝕠𝕘𝕪 loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Oké. Ő az igazi varázsló, nem én.
Spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Repairer.
Rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. 𝕍𝕠𝕝𝕪's loyalists have all but declared war.
Oh shit. Kicsit sok embert érzékelek közelünkbe.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Revelio.
Mennyien vannak?
We're not finished yet.
It's almost
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! számítottam! De nyomtam! No!
Don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with.
Yes. Elhasználtam az összes hílem. Oh. Pillanat, csak meg akarom nézni, itt mi van. Pénz!
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rooms. Wasn't expecting that.
Jóé. Én igen. Oh.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora. Sebastian, I think I found something.
More of this mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant.
Revelio.
Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora ℍ𝕠𝕁 was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in 𝑜𝓁𝓃, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here...
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Túl gyorsan akarok haladni, úgy érzem.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. 𝕬𝕝 has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. ℍ𝕠𝕁 has suffered for it. It's as bad as 𝑜𝓁𝓃's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind 𝕬𝕝. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in 𝕬𝕝's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten 𝑜𝓁𝓃? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Ennyi. Így beszélni velem? Hát mi vagy te nekem? Nincs. Nem tetszett ez a beszélgetés. Kb. Azonnal megbántam, ahogy rányomtam. De hát minden veszekedés ilyen, nem? Ezt a részt akkor én itt be is fejezem. Köszönöm szépen, hogy megnézted ezt a videót. Köszönöm szépen, hogy megnézed az összes többit is. Puszika a pocakotokra. Like, comment, subscribe. Csingiling. Yes. Sorry. Puszi a pocakotokra. Bye!